Happy lunch hour, guys. Maybe. Okay. Uh, who knows? This could be the end of the channel. This could be the end of the country, for all I know. Okay. Uh, back in 1949, there was a book written. You might have read it. George Orwell was the author. It's called 1984. If you went through the book, it was completely dystopian. Okay. And it sure seems to be a instruction manual for the Democrat Party rather than a piece of fiction. In the book, Orwell had created Oceania, and in the government, were four different ministries: the Ministry of Plenty, the Ministry of Love, the Ministry of Peace, and Joe Biden's favorite, the Ministry of Truth. Now, why does this come into play? Well, apparently we have a new government office. Like, we need more government offices, right? We don't have enough to waste money on. But this new government office is called the Disinformation Governance Board. It sounds a little more official than the Ministry of Truth. Yeah. This new department is tasked with combating disinformation and misinformation that is on the internet. Now, somebody please explain to me who gave the Democrat Party the authority to decide what's true and what's not, okay? Basically, it is their truth, not the truth. Because I can guarantee you CNN is not being looked at. Joy Reid is not being looked at. Brian Stelter, whatever the hell the guy's name is, not being looked at. Joy Behar and the rest of the bimbos on The View are not being looked at. Greta Thunberg is not being looked at. Al Gore is not being looked at. Who is going to be persecuted with this? You and me. Especially for this channel and every other prepper channel. All of us. Okay. Disinformation. Is Adam Schiff going to be investigated? Remember, Russia. Nah, that won't happen. In 1983, Ozzy Osbourne wrote a song. I've quoted it once before. It's called Rock and Roll Rebel. One of the lines in there is the ministry of truth that deals with pretense. Now, if you don't know what the definition of pretense is, okay, it's an attempt to make something that is not the case appear true. Kind of like what happened about, fall of a year and a half ago. Yeah. Okay. So what this is going to do to us, to YouTubers, to Twitterers, whatever the hell they're called, okay, Instagram gabbers, whatever it is. Am I now going to have armed agents knock on my door and go, Pinball, you said something that we don't agree with. Therefore, here's your channel being taken down. Here's your fine. Please turn around, put your hands behind your back. Okay. The truth is not an abstract idea. Truth is based in fact, not somebody's beliefs. Okay? And yes, I know y'all can come up with especially the religious angle on that one. All right. If I tell you the sky is green, is that the truth? No, the sky's blue. If I tell you the sky is gray, is that the truth? Maybe. Okay. Is it a cloudy day? Am I colorblind? That's the truth. Okay. The truth is based in the fact as you have it, not the fact as somebody else determines it to be. 250 years ago, a bunch of guys got together and wrote the U.S. Constitution. The very first amendment gives us freedom of speech to say whatever the hell we want. If I want to run up and down Main Street, USA, if I want to stand in the middle of Times Square in New York City with a sandwich board over my shoulders saying the sky is green, the Constitution gives me that right. The airhead that they put in charge of this new DHS, okay, Nina Jankowicz, if you go and do any sort of research on her, Tucker Carlson did a good job of it last night, talking about how dumb this broad is, okay? How in the world do you put somebody who's 33 years old, no offense to younger people, who is literally afraid of her own shadow, in charge of policing the speech of a country? Now, I'm sorry, I'm allowed to say whatever the hell I damn well please. So are you. All this has come into play because Elon Musk bought Twitter. The Democrats are panicked that somebody is going to be able to challenge their utopian idiocy that they think is true. The fact that they live in a fantasy world does not mean the rest of us have to. This is what's going on. Their fantasies are being forced upon you, and you are not allowed to think otherwise. Is that where you want to live? Keep saying. It's time to do something. Now's the time. Pinball out.